The success of being 6-0 before the first loss, obviously I had a lot of confidence, but sometimes it leads to, to not good routes because you get too ahead of yourself and you forget that you got to keep training, and what got you there was training really hard. And you feel like just because I fight before it felt easy, so the next one's gonna be easy, but the reason that one was easy because you busted your butt for it. Sometimes you tend to forget that. And that's why, like I said, sometimes taking a loss is a wake-up call, especially early in your career. Right now, before you're on top of the world, for real. Because once you're on top of the world, you've never tasted a defeat, and you taste it on top of the world. I feel like your world feels like it's crumbling down all the way. So that was the best thing that ever happened, because it happened early. Boom. Hey, I tasted that shit, bitter as I do not want it again. So working my ass off. It definitely changed the way I prepared and the way I approach every single fight, every single opponent, no matter who it is. I could see my opponent getting picked up from a garbage can if that's the worst case scenario anywhere. I say this because people call everybody cans. If they're not a top fiver, they're a can. Any opponent that gets in front of me, it doesn't matter. I'm going. Even if it's a rematch with somebody that I knocked down in 10 seconds, it doesn't matter. I'm coming in hard and I'm gonna train hard for them because I'm getting better every day. So I know if people are training, they're getting better too. So I respect that, and man, it's a tough sport. So you got to be on your P's and Q's at all times. Well, I'm known for fighting so aggressive, and it goes back to everything I've been through in life. The places that I've been in life that I never want to go back to, and every time I'm in there, I remind myself, you want to go back, and you got to keep swinging. Just like the way I got here. I got here in the boat.
You're talking about a kid that was 9 years old and jumped on a boat and got here in a rap by himself. Are you dumb? I beat the odds, bro. I got 4 kids.
I was a child. So what did I tell myself in that moment? What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to keep kicking, keep swimming, or you're gonna stop in the middle of the ocean. You're gonna give up and quit. In the same mindset that I go in there, I'm gonna keep swinging. I'm gonna keep swimming. Deep waters, we're gonna keep swimming. And that's just the mindset where I go in there from the beginning. Because people try to control their pace. They try to, control their energy. I'm gonna give you all from the beginning to the end, because I got the heart to go from the beginning to the end all the way. Definitely now I'm gonna be a little more precise when I show that explosiveness, when I transfer the energy into my opponent. I'm definitely pick the moments to do it. I'm gonna be smart with it, more calculated, how you say, But I'm still gonna be trying to take his head off whenever I do. And I'm always gonna try to hurt him really bad, every single time. I got no mercy for you in there. You signed a contract that says that if any of us die, we can't even get a check for it. Our family is just screwed. So guess what? I'm not gonna be that guy. I gotta make it back home to my kids, so you're gonna get hit hard. Stepping in the ring with Kai, bro, I was super confident. I thought I was gonna put him lights out.
I talk Spanish, I talk English, and I talk bare-knuckle. I'm fluent in all of them, baby. What are you gonna do?
It was tougher than I expected. My arm got messed up right away. And, it took a left turn on me, man. Things got dark in there for me when I wasn't able to apply what I was training for, or just apply who I am, which is that aggression. I had to fight on my back foot, counter. I had to become a different fighter that night, and to improvise and actually not do bad at all, because I didn't get finished, I didn't get executed, I didn't get demolished. It was a war, it was back and forth. Yes, he ended up winning the night. His hand was raised that night, not mine, but it was a war. It was a good fight. We got fight of the night. 5 rounds of war, and I was ready for 6, but he had the anonymous, so we weren't able to go to 6, but I was ready for 6 rounds. I was ready to die in that ring. And yeah, man, one thing about me, bro, I don't fold, bro. Pressure is my best friend. I don't fold. One thing about me, my ego is too big when it comes to things like that. I can never look back at myself and look at myself giving up or knowing that I lost because I didn't push hard enough. I had a little bit more in me, but I didn't push. That can never be me. I'd rather die, and I'd rather be fucked up how I was and get surgery and this and that and know that I gave them all at the end of the night. The way I handle losses, I handle it like lessons. I always say, I take a look at the situation from a third point of view, and I see the mistakes in myself, mistakes they made, the moments that I messed up in, I'm talking about from a professional perspective when it comes to the sport. And when it comes to a personal life thing and emotional side of it, obviously there's nothing easy in taking a loss. There's nothing easy in, being defeated, but you also got to see the reason whys and make sure that they're not there again, and man, when it comes to the mind, it depends what you want to believe and what you want to see in the situation. You can literally tell yourself something to some other people, could be delusional or a lie, and it could become a reality, even if it wasn't. Understand what I'm saying? You could literally say, oh, this is the reason why this happened, and it might not even be that, but you thought about it so much and you believe that's what it was, and it's that. And sometimes that's the best thing that can happen when you take a loss. You see life at a certain angle and just all the way see it like that, and make sure that's just not there again, and you're gonna execute differently. And in other things in life, I've seen it work. It's even worked here in things like sparring, things like bag work, anything. I've tried different things, visualizing from a third point of view, and execute it and do it better. But never find weakness in losses. That's lessons, bro. You learn. You gotta learn something from it. If you're the best at everything, you're in the wrong place. You're not doing the right thing. Well, what's the feeling that you get out of just no competition? There's no feeling. There's no reward. There's no risk. I fought the best guy supposedly in the division, still undefeated. Just beat a UFC guy, and I gave him a better fight with one arm. That's what I tell myself. I'm him, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna beat him with all the respect. I got respect for him as an athlete, but it's my time and it's my sport, bro.
First and foremost, I do got to give Bryan Duran his flowers. He hit me hard. That was the hardest I've ever been hit.
I went and got my surgery. 2 days later after the surgery, I was still in the gym, throwing my left hand, even when the doctors were telling me to put my arm on a sling, put it in my pocket. And I let my body heal itself. And I did therapies on my own. Everything that they were teaching me in therapy, I'll go and execute it in my house. I was not waiting to go there. I was working and learning my body and learning the mind. The mind is the most important thing. You can literally heal yourself with your mind. You tell yourself you're healthy, you're healthy. You tell yourself you're sick, you're sick. It's up to you what you want to do.
The craziest part is he's never had a camp for any fight, ever. Never had a camp. All his fights have just been pure talent. Yeah, pure talent, grit. That's it.
I'm the literally most brutal man that BKFC has in there. If anybody has the mindset to really be, like I said, a killer, a real one, not a fake one, not an athlete, not a blessed individual with skills, no, like an actual individual that's willing to kill you and then bury you, is me. And that's who I am, and that's why I feel like this sport is mine.
But he's never been there with a killer. He's been in there with athletes. It's a whole different ballgame. This is not a sport. They put that so we can make some money.
I don't have no boxing background, no MMA background. I literally just walked in the gym. I started training 6 months later. I got introduced to bare-knuckle basically. Went in the ring with a guy that had 14 MMA fights, either amateur or professional, doesn't matter. Still had competed in contact sports I hadn't. And bro, look what happened. And look at every opponent after that. Look what happened to the champ. Look how he looked after the fight. There's no way around it that in 3 years, somebody could just jump in a game that people have been doing this their whole life. They've been working the same way I'm working now. They've been working their whole life the same way, hard, believing in themselves, discipline, waking up every day, diet, this, that, woo, woo, woo. And I come in here in 3 years and I'm competing with the top elite athletes of the world, basically. This is for me, bro. I feel like what makes Ruffin a dangerous opponent is his experience. That he's been in the ring way more than me. He did MMA, has different views and angles of viewing combats in a fight. But at the end of the day, this is my sport. This is bare knuckle. There's no running, there's no really grabbing. And if you grab, you better grab really hard because you're gonna get hit no matter what. So I feel like that's what makes him dangerous, the fact that he's still a man swinging at me, and he trains every day. Hopefully he's the type of guy, to be disciplined with his training, because getting in the ring with me and not being disciplined is not the smartest idea, because I'm coming to hurt him real bad. I'm not here to prove anything to anybody. I'm here to prove it to myself. Because at the end of the day, when I go to sleep at night, it's just me and myself, no matter who I'm sleeping next to. It's just me and myself and my mind and my thoughts, and that's the one you gotta feed, and that's the one that gotta be at peace, So that's how I view, man. I don't gotta prove anything to anybody. What they're gonna see is what I've known the whole time, that I'm him, and what they probably doubted after this fight is gonna come back and they're gonna realize, like, damn, I'm doubting the wrong person. That's the only thing that can kind of change in their aspect, and the fact that I might gain a lot more fans after this performance. But when it comes to doubting and when it comes to any of that, there's none of that in my head. I'm just gonna go and execute, and I know what I'm here for, bro. I feel like the reason I got so much support and so many fans is because I don't look for approval of anybody. I'm authentic in my own way.
This sport's about having balls, cojones, and I feel like he's missing them.
Cojones. Can you believe this? Is this your comeback? Is that what you're gonna say?
Yes, it is. That's what the fuck I do. I fought with one fucking arm, a championship fight. That pussy would have quit. Would have told the doctor, I'm a different animal. I'm here to feed 3 kids. What do you mean? I'm 6-1 with 6 knockouts. What are you talking about? You don't have to know anything about me, because the way you approach me disrespectfully, I don't want you to know anything about me, as a matter of fact. Brother, pleasure to meet you. Listen, keep it moving. Got it, disrespectful ass bitch.
I'm original. I'm unique. I think it, I say it, and I push it, you know, and that's just the way it is. And when I mess up and I say something that is not correct or is not it, I'll apologize like the man I am. But when I believe in something and I firmly believe it, I'm gonna say it. I don't care what anybody feels. I don't care if I lose fans. I don't care if I lose support. What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. And if you're not with the right side, it is what it is.
I'm tired of chasing guys down. All my fights, I've been running after these dudes.
But one thing that would never change, and something that I can tell you no matter the outcome of any night in the office, is the fact that I'm always gonna come back to the gym and work my ass off. And I'm always gonna keep pushing, because maybe I knock this guy out in 40 seconds, 10 seconds, but I don't get what I want next. So I still gotta keep fighting. I still gotta keep pushing. It's still not a win. I'm not gonna celebrate the night after I beat Ruffin. I'm not celebrating, I'm not going out. I'm making sure I go to sleep, and I'm early at my house on Sunday because I gotta wake up on Monday and come back to the gym. That's my mindset. I'm not celebrating until I get what I want. And when I get what I want, I'm still not gonna celebrate because I'm not where I should be or where God has destined for me to be. So there's no more, celebration or no party, nothing at all. I don't even want people to tell me, good job. I just wanna keep doing it. That's literally how I feel. And I feel that that's the mindset after a loss.
You're nothing different. You're not special. You're not special.
I am special.
That.
You know why I am special?
Believe that.
You know why I am special?
He picked that opponent. He picked an undefeated fighter. For real, because I make matches. And I sent options. And that young man that he picked was the hardest option. So respect to Gallo for that. I'm very proud of you, man. Tell your people, what tomorrow means to you, bro.
Man, first of all, I want to thank God for this moment, bro. Lord Jesus Christ, man, because without him, none of us would be here, and
Amen.
I'm a little emotional right now, dog, because how he said, bro, I've been through a lot, bro, and I never expected to be here so fast, I got to thank this man, because when I was in the streets and shit, they sent my Instagram to him, and they told him, yo, I have this little rapper guy that's from the streets. They told him, Lil Thug, but he's known, he can sell tickets, and he took his time to look at me on Instagram, saw a little bit of the way I spoke, and the first thing he told me when he walked up to me in the trial was, hey man, my bad, dog.
It's okay.
The first thing
Take your time.
The first thing he told me on the trial was like, bro, I'm a big fan of you. And not a fan of your music, I'm a fan of you. And I like what you're doing, and I want to help you get out of the hole you're in. And bro, look where we at, bro. I fought for a world title, didn't go my way, but I know we're going to be right back at it. We'll become a world champ. And man, to answer what you asked me, bro, like, it means the world, bro. It means the world. My kids are super proud of me. My family's super proud. My team is so proud that after that loss, after the surgery, everything, I never had a doubt of coming back. I never thought about this is for me or not. No, I knew it was gonna make me stronger. I knew I was gonna come back. I knew I had to learn different things. It forced me to learn different things. It forced me to get the cardio I needed. It forced me everything, man. And always with God first, bro. And the one thing I learned the most important last fight, it was the only fight I walked out without praying because I was so caught up in the moment. The production had me going crazy with the guy that was performing for me. It was just so much going on, and I forgot about getting on my knees like I always do and praying. And I feel like that's the most important thing I learned from that experience. Was God comes first, man, and I know He agrees with me. And God comes first this fight, and it's gonna come next, and the next one, every time. He comes first before everything, especially when we at the top. You gotta thank Him because you're there because of Him, man. And I'm just so happy right now, bro.
And with all the respect, Ruffin, one tough fighter, a warrior just like me, he's stepping in the ring. Thank you for signing that contract. A lot of guys didn't want to. You did. Thank you for that. but you're a stepping stone to what I have planned in my career. Because once I get where I gotta be, I'm gonna continue to rule it. And until I decide to close the shop, we're gonna be open.